What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another one of my videos. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Alright, so if we take a look at Mr. Miggles right now, you can see that it's trading at just under a $34 million market cap. It's had a decent little breakout over the last couple days. And if you look at DEX tools, it's currently trending number 2, which is going to bring more and more attention to this project. In general though, we are actually retesting the level that I've been telling you guys to watch for a very long time. This is why I've actually had this blue line drawn here. We have retested this range many different times and we've been rejected many different times. And we had previously used it as a support level. So this $34 to $35 million range is huge for Miggles. If we can see Miggles actually break through this level, then we could see a nice breakout. But as of right now, it is still resistance. But what I think is very fascinating about Miggles right now is actually when you look at the Base Memecoins ranked. So you can see that Miggles right here in the last 24 hours is up 3.8%. And in the last week, it's up 4%. But I want you guys to pay attention to the project right above Miggles and the project right beneath Miggles, Doginme and Keycat. Doginme is currently at a $36 million market cap. Keycat is at a $31.6 million market cap. Both of these projects just got listed on Coinbase. Think about that for a second. Mr. Miggles has not had a Coinbase listing and it is still above Keycat and it's barely beneath Doginme. I've been telling you guys this for a long time, but one of the biggest reasons that I'm bullish on Miggles is because I think they have one of the strongest teams out there. And I also believe that they have one of the strongest communities out there. There was a point in time where Miggles had a stronger community than even Toshi. However, Toshi being the first base meme coin to get listed on Coinbase, it exploded from a community standpoint. So I won't argue that Miggles still has a stronger community than Toshi, but there was a point in time where it did. And if Miggles does eventually get a Coinbase listing, then it could be on level footing with Toshi. But the other reason that this is important is just so that way you understand that it's not only a Coinbase listing that makes a project explode. If that was the case, then Doginme and Keycat would be close to Toshi levels. But they're not because they don't have as strong of a community. When you look at Mr. Miggles on X, they already have 94.8k followers. And they still post on X every single day, and a lot of the time they post multiple times a day. I think that this is very important for keeping your community engaged. But one of my favorite things about Miggles is that they are constantly attending events, which is going to help build their network. Just like this, Token 2049 in Dubai. But there isn't any crazy news regarding Miggles right now. What you guys have to understand though is that Miggles is naturally going to be connected to Bitcoin and it's going to be connected to Ethereum. Bitcoin is going to majorly impact the entire market, but Ethereum specifically is going to have a bigger impact on Miggles. And the reality of Ethereum is that the weekly time frame is still extremely oversold. We're still quite a ways away from even retesting the 200 weekly moving average. So a lot of you guys who are just expecting Miggles and a lot of other meme coins for that matter to explode, just understand that we're still in the early stages for Ethereum. Just wait and see what happens if we end up getting an Ethereum breakout. A lot of these projects will go parabolic if we see Ethereum go back to 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. New all-time highs for Ethereum would be enormous for the market. So just make sure you understand that. And regarding Bitcoin, I do want to point out that on the daily time frame, we are still extremely overbought on the stochastics. I know right now we look great as we just broke out of this bull flag, but the reality is that the stochastics will not stay overbought forever. Is it possible that they can reset without price action going down? Yes, it is. In fact, if you look at the previous breakout, there was a point in time where the stochastics were dropping when price action was still pumping. So it is possible, but it's a very rare occasion. The odds are that eventually we do see a pullback, and I wouldn't be shocked if we end up retesting the 200-day moving average, which is this yellow line. And if this ends up happening, then it could provide you with better opportunities on a lot of your altcoins. Regardless though, this is the daily time frame. I also still think we look phenomenal on the weekly. I'm not going to go over everything right now, but the stochastics look great, the RSI looks great, and the M2 global liquidity is breaking out. And that's what I had been pointing out in pretty much all of my previous videos. So it's awesome to see that the breakout is coming to fruition. All of that being said though, if you guys are interested in joining a like-minded community and getting into projects super early like Miggles, then I recommend taking a look at my Discord. As a lot of you guys know, I posted Miggles in my Discord on day 1. And we've been making huge gains in here this entire bull run. In fact, one of the biggest gainers recently was Sato. It was first put on my consideration list at a 77k market cap. And my boy Tennis actually called it even earlier than this. And just yesterday, this project ran over a $4 million market cap. It actually ran to like 4.4 million. So you guys could have made enormous profit. So if this is the kind of community that sounds interesting to you guys, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to see you guys in here. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments whether or not you guys are still bullish on Miggles. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.